Traders are obsessed with finding the edge, but most tools waste time with clutter or stale data. Between Barchart, Tradingview, Market Chameleon, and Finviz, only one stands out with reliable accuracy, powerful features, and serious value. Let's uncover which platform gives you the advantage that you can't afford to ignore. Before I ever trust any data analysis and trading platform, I always dive deep into other users' reviews. Not the marketing copy or flashy landing pages, but what actual traders say after using the product day in and day out. With Barchart, one trader complained that the site had been breaking down more often lately, and even when he raised it up to a customer service, he said that management didn't seem to care. On the surface, that can be pretty concerning, but when I looked closer, it felt more like an isolated frustration than a widespread trend. With any large data provider, temporary issues do happen. In my experience, the depth of information from Barchart outweighs the occasional hiccups. On the other hand, many users rave about Barchart. One investor said that it gives him an incredible amount of data, whether he's swing trading, day trading, or investing long term. He also loved the built in education for newer traders. Another user described Barchart Premier as a total steal, calling it fast, loaded with screeners, and having unbeatable value compared to competitors. So, yes, someone may have felt let down a bit by management's response, but the overall sentiment is that Barchart delivers serious firepower for traders who know how to use it. Now, with TradingView, the complaints are different. One user said that he was getting too many updates, basically, that TradingView was fixing things that weren't broken. So I get that kind of view. Change fatigue is real, especially if you've just gotten comfortable with your setup. But constant updates are also usually a sign of a platform that just keeps moving forward. I'd rather it adapt to little market updates and it tweaks a little bit at a time than having to be stuck with outdated tools and broken software. And the praise for TradingView is really hard to ignore too. Counter to that, one review I read called it the perfect balance of powerful and easy to use. The user highlighted its sleek interface that makes navigating complex charts and indicators simple, while its analytical tools enable precise market analysis. Another user highlighted the social side of TradingView, the fact that you can learn from other traders, swap ideas, and refine your own approach in real time. So, in my own use, that community element is something that most competitors can't match. And switching to Market Chameleon, the biggest knock with this one came from a trader who said that the platform's data was overpriced and often inaccurate. He was frustrated with billing issues and even suggested Barchart as an alternative. So I can't dismiss his frustration, but I would think that there's more to the story. Data errors usually come down to user filters or maybe misunderstanding of how the tool interprets market activity. But here's where it gets interesting. One user said that Market Chameleon is worth every penny for him, as long as you understand advanced concepts like skew and theoretical edge. So this other review tells me that the platform really is tailored to advanced options traders. So if you know what you're looking at and what you're looking for, it can be a goldmine. If you don't, you may not feel like it's worth it. And then I want to cover Finviz. One frustrated user said that he paid $300 a year only to get incorrect data, broken charts, and zero response from support. That sounds rough. But then I looked at Finviz's reply, so they explained that their data comes directly from Reuters and FactSet, and that chart settings are stored permanently unless deleted by the user. In other words, it sounded like either a rare technical glitch or user error. And plenty of other traders swear by Finviz. One user said that he couldn't believe how much data he could access on a single page: technical, fundamentals, insider activity, even crypto prices, all for the same $300 a year. That's the sweet spot with Finviz: quick screening and clear visualizations at great value. Reviews are one thing though, right? But features are actually where the decision gets made. Now, this is where Barchart and TradingView start pulling away a bit. So Barchart is built for traders who love precision. One feature I use constantly is the found on filters in their option screener. So instead of starting from scratch each time, I can be very specific and I can base my search on top lists, like most active stocks or performance leaders, and then narrow it down. So that shortcut saves time and helps me zero in on opportunities that other screeners might vary. Then there's the historical unusual options activity tool. So with Barchart Premier, I can actually go back and see past reports, which is invaluable for spotting patterns in how certain stocks behave before the big moves. And another feature I rely on is their covered calls screener. So for anyone who trades options for income, this tool pinpoints the best calls with the highest theoretical returns. Add in the highest implied volatility page where you can figure out whether an option is actually fairly priced or if it's overvalued, and you basically got everything you need to trade and maybe time those trades really intelligently to make sure that you're getting a good deal. And then there's Flipcharts. Totally unique to Barchart, Flipcharts lets you scroll through symbols in a chart view and apply templates. So instead of opening dozens of tabs, I can just flip through stocks like a magazine, spotting setups instantly. Couple that with their exclusive market momentum index, which tracks the strength of the entire equity market, and you're looking at a suite of tools beyond what most platforms offer. Tradingview, on the other hand, is about flexibility and community. PineScript, their custom coding language, is a game changer. I've tinkered with it a little bit myself, and even if you're not a hardcore coder, you can build and backtest strategies. The community has already published over 150,000 scripts, which means that you can find and customize almost any indicator you can think of. Then there's the manual backtesting tool. TradingView doesn't just hand you candid results. You actually test your strategy step by step, which keeps you honest. Add in the ability to connect brokers directly so you can trade inside the platform, and suddenly it's not just a charting tool, it's a full workspace. TradingView's watch lists have also become the backbone of my trading. I can track all my assets, I can see fundamentals, and I can follow news all in one place. But the standout here is the social side. Minds is like a mini Twitter inside TradingView, where traders share insights and comment on symbols. That community vibe doesn't exist in tools like Finviz or Market Chameleon, and it makes a massive difference when you're trying to stay ahead of the market. Market Chameleon does have some strong features for options traders. Their option backtesting is useful. You can see how a strategy would have performed in the past. Their option chain analysis is solid too, giving a detailed breakdown of all the calls and puts. But compared to bar charts, unusual activity tracking, and its covered call screener, Market Chameleon feels more niche. It's powerful if you live and breathe options, but it doesn't have the same breadth. Finviz, meanwhile, nails visualization. Their technical analysis tools are straightforward, and I like their market maps for spotting trends in the S&P 500 or Russell. They even have backtesting for technical indicators, but the issue I've always had with Finviz is that it can be pretty surface level. It's fast and great for an overview, but when I just need depth, like historical options activity or customizable backtests, Barchart and TradingView just outperform it. But are any of these platforms perfect? No, right? And since I've actually used them, let me be upfront and tell you about what I've noticed with them. Bar chart's initial complexity is what really makes it powerful, but once you learn it, that depth becomes your biggest advantage. TradingView's frequent updates keep it cutting edge, but to me, it's a small trade off for a platform that keeps improving. Market Chameleon is laser focused. It's built for serious options traders, and in that niche, it excels. Finviz for me has always been about trade offs. It often just offers incredible speed and visual screening at a great value, which is perfect for quick high level overviews, but it still lacks the customization depth of bar charts or TradingView. Still, if speed and simplicity are your priorities, it's hard to beat. When it comes to pricing, each platform in the bar chart versus TradingView versus Market Chameleon versus Finviz lineup offers a different value proposition. The good news is that they're all reasonably priced for the powerful tools that they deliver. For their most current pricing and any active discounts, just check the link in the description below. We keep it updated so you can find the best deal. The bottom line is that each platform serves a distinct purpose. But for the strongest overall blend of power, reliability, and growth potential, Barchart and TradingView are my top recommendations. Ready to upgrade your analysis? Check the links below for the latest discount offers and find which platform fits your trading style best.